guys, it's Vas here from Aussie RC Playground and welcome to my unboxing of the Axial SCX10 Trail Honcho. Now I've decided to do this unboxing a little bit differently for you because I know that there are already numerous unboxings of this truck out there. This truck's been around for a long time. Plus I'm no expert when it comes to the SCX10 and I figured I'd have a bit of a closer look at the truck first and familiarize myself with some of the things that it has before I actually report back to you to save me looking like an idiot. Now of course if you want to see a box, well, here it is. That's one side, that's the back of it with the spare parts list, that's the other side, and that's the other side. Unboxing done. So now that we got rid of the box, let's have a bit of a closer look at the truck itself. Here's the rig in all its magnificent glory. This guy is really quite a work of art and I'm very happy that I made the purchase. Without a shadow of a doubt, this is about as detached from the rest of the RCs that you see behind me as it gets. Short of buying like an aeroplane or something like that, this is completely different. The only thing this thing has in common is that it uses 4 wheels. Everything else is different to what you see behind me. And this is exactly why I wanted to do this unboxing in the format that you're seeing right now. I wanted to have a bit of fun with it and do it completely differently. Now, going through just some of the body detail, you've got a spare tire back here that is usable. It is real. You've also got a pre-painted, well, actually I think that could actually be a little bit of a sticker that they've put over the top of there, which is quite nice. The body itself is Lexan. I don't think it's meant to resemble any particular brand of truck. But it is quite nice. You've got the tube frame, roll cage type of design back here, and it pops off very easily once you remove 4 body clips. So we'll put the body aside, and now we're going to have a bit of a closer look at the truck. So now you can see the truck, oh sorry, hang on. Now you can see the truck a little bit better that I've taken the body off. You can see that there's actually quite some nice detail in there, you know, and there are only very few aluminium parts to this truck. Most noticeably is actually not so much aluminium, but the steel frame that they have here. There's a tubular frame that you see here. You've got LEDs built in as well, so you can see the cables coming in, which is a really nice surprise. I was not expecting this truck to have LEDs. Of course, I have seen these with LEDs, but I always thought that was a bit of an aftermarket thing. But to get them out of the box, pre-installed and working and everything was a really cool surprise. So very impressed with that. And then of course, there are your front ones right there. You got the aluminium skid plate just at the front here. Now the motor is a 27 turn brushed non-rebuildable motor. You can see him there, it's got a bit of an Axial sticker on it. The ESC is made by Castle Creations. It does have a LiPo cutoff and you can program it via Castle Link. Unfortunately, the Castle Link system is not supplied with the truck out of the box, so you are going to need to buy that separately. There's also an aluminium battery tray that you see right there, and you've got adjustment points on your shock towers up here at the front and also at the rear. There's also 2 more holes, or rather 1 more position that you can move the shock tower forward at the rear of the truck, which is very nice. The tires, as you can see there, are very nice. I don't believe these have foam inserts. They certainly don't feel like they do. If they do, it's a very thin foam. But they are glued onto the wheels. So if I do want to change the tires over, I'm going to have to buy new wheels as well. Your solid axles, you can see them there up close, really nice. And of course you've got that wonderful articulation that you see with these rigs, which is fantastic. The outdrives, if I flip this guy around, the outdrives are also aluminium, and they've got the Axial stamp on them there, so you got all 4 of them. But the plastic, the drive shafts rather, are plastic. So again, that's one of the things that you are going to you know, a lot of people upgrade these when they're doing some heavy-duty rock crawling and so forth. So steering servo is supposed to be a half decent one, but of course a lot of people change that around, especially if they're going to go and drive it over into water or mud. They'll either plastic dip an aftermarket one or you know, change it over altogether. Your Steering links, you can see they have a lot of flex to them. There's actually a lot of flexibility here, and this is really to save the steering servo, because you can see there's actually no servo saver installed. So if these guys, if these wheels turn and they get caught somewhere, your link here will actually give you quite a lot of flexibility to save your servo. What else can I tell you? You've got the coilover shocks, and these guys have a dual rate spring. So basically you've got one spring down the bottom. Hopefully you can see that. I'll do it from the other end. So there's one spring down the bottom here, and there's another one up the top, separated by a bit of a spacer. You might see that. I hope you can. And they are threaded bodies, so you can tighten or stiffen your spring rate by just turning this little washer up here, as you can see me doing there. Adjustable body post front and rear, so you can adjust to various different body types. And one of the amazing things with this kit, when you get it, is the amount of spare parts that they actually give you. Now I'm going to run you through very quickly through some of the spare parts that you get. You get spare light buckets. I almost dropped it. You get spare light buckets and lenses there as well for your lights. So you can see the different shapes of lights that you can put on there. You also get spare links. There are some more spare parts here. And they give you a separate body post. Now this one I believe is for the rear. This is for anyone that wants to change the body out and put like a SUV type body, you know, like a bit of a station wagon. You'll be able to put that in the rear so that you have a higher mounting position for your body. You also get spare drive shafts. Check those out. How cool is that? A lot of spares. So you get this guy here as well. I'm not quite sure what this little triangular bit is for. Yet to work out where this one goes. These are obviously you know, your suspension links, so they're okay. I know what they're for. And there's also another bag of goodies in here. Now I believe a lot of this is things like I can see bits of what looks like shock components, spare parts for the shocks. There's separate servo mounts in there as well. There's a couple of rear bumpers that I can see, so some spare bumpers in there, which is very, very cool. There is one thing though that I haven't been able to work out what it's for, and that's this guy here. This guy, I have no idea. You actually get two of them, and there's a little tool in there as well, but I don't know exactly what this is for. The remote is your standard FlySky remote that a lot of people would be familiar with. Runs on 4 AA's, has a little drop down wheel which is kind of nice, has a pretty good feel to it, and there's a door back here with some trimmings on the back to allow you to do some adjustments. So pretty good little remote. I've already got two of these. One belongs to my 835E Duratrax. The other one is over there belonging to my Arrma. So this is FlySky remote number 3. Now I got this truck from Tower Hobbies, which normally costs about $355, but I actually bought it on sale, and they also gave me a 3000 milliamp 6-cell nickel metal hydrate battery pack with a Tamiya plug. Now in the box they give you some stickers. There's some stickers there. You can add these to the body, or you can use them on some aftermarket bodies that you might be getting. You get a long antenna tube, which is kind of useless because it's 2.4 gigahertz, but they do give you a short antenna tube as well as a binding plug, and you get a leaflet for advertisement in case you want to buy the EXO, and of course your manual. Now I will say the manual is actually really, really cool. It's very well illustrated. It's got a lot of useful information in there, which is good for dopies like me, because I've never owned one of these rigs before, and if I break something on it, or I need to replace something or upgrade it, at least I know I've got a good manual to go back to. So that's my unboxing of the Axial SCX10. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully it was a little bit entertaining for you. I'm not planning to do my unboxings like this all the time. For those of you who follow the channel, you know that I usually sit at the bench and do a proper unboxing, but because I knew very little about this truck, I decided to do something different. Make sure you guys crush the like button before you go. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys on the trails.